Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DMV Football Gauntlet. My name is Matthew Heiserman, and today we are joined by three-star high school football recruit Demarcus Brown. Demarcus, it's great to have you on.
I'm great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and getting into your football journey, can you kind of just break that down for me in terms of like when you started playing and how you really got into the sport to begin with?
Well, I started playing AAU football when I was around 6 years old. I always played up, but basketball was really my thing. So like football was second always for me.
Yeah.
I played all the way up until I was 10, and then I stopped because I wasn't getting any playing time. So I stopped playing football. Right, I was
Mhm.
focused on basketball, and then I started playing football again in middle school. They had me at running back. And then my final year in middle school, they moved me to wide receiver, and I exploded. So
Mhm.
it's been up ever since that. Then pretty
Yeah.
much, I mean, I pretty much dropped basketball, and
Mhm.
it's been rolling. So
Yeah, I love to hear that. And you mentioned how you played basketball. What skills did you learn from basketball that you would say have kind of translated onto the football field as well?
man, pretty much mostly everything I've learned from basketball can translate to football. I mean,
Mhm.
the jabs. I mean, the IQ is just. I mean, it translates perfectly for me,
Mhm.
especially as a wide receiver. I mean, I'm sure it does for other positions too, but a wide receiver is like just bread and butter. So
Mhm. Yeah. I've heard footwork as one thing for a lot of players. Is that the same for you?
yes, sir, for sure, for
Mhm.
sure, for sure.
And, as one of the top wide receivers in the class of 2027, what's one thing you really take pride in when it comes to your play style?
Man, I feel like when I step on the field, I feel like no one can guard me. No one in front of me
Mhm.
can hold me when I'm on the field. But off the field, I'm a nice guy. We're friends. We're cool.
Yeah.
But like I'm humbled and honored to be
Mhm.
toply ranked in my state and in the nation. I mean, it's an honor. I wasn't expecting this, but I feel like I've worked hard and deserved it and earned it. So.
Yeah, 100%. And, getting into the recruitment process a little bit, on March 22nd, you received your first ever Division One offer from Liberty University. Can you just kind of describe, what it felt like to receive that offer? What was going through your mind during that moment?
Well, my first offer was actually Syracuse.
Oh,
Some of
nice.
the sites that's ranked, they have that messed up, but my first offer was really Syracuse.
All right.
They believed in me from my basketball tape and my football tape. It was honestly a blessing. I wasn't expecting to get offers this early. I really wasn't. I wasn't planning on getting offers this early, but it's all been a blessing. I feel like I deserve it, honestly. Humbly, I deserve it, but it was all a shock, honestly.
Mhm. And after you got that first offer, I know everyone says the first one's the hardest to get. Were you kind of expecting your recruitment to take off as much as it ended up doing over the next few months?
Not as much as it has.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect it to take off like this. I expected it to take
Yeah.
off a little bit, but not as much as it has. I'm not gonna lie.
And,
It's
you've already received well over 10 Division One offers, a lot of big schools, Louisville, South Carolina, Virginia. Can you just kind of break down what the recruitment process has looked like for you?
I mean, all of those schools there have been showing me. They've been showing me a lot to love. So I
Mhm.
mean, I respect every school that's offered me. I'm just thankful.
Mhm.
I have good relationships with most of the coaches on every staff that's offered
Yeah.
me. I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna keep building on that. So.
Mhm. Now, what would you say are some of like the main things you're looking for in a school, whether it's like distance from home, maybe the coaching staff relationship, what are you looking for in a school?
Man, I'm looking for somewhere that can develop me as a person and a player. Like I want to be able to do something after football.
Yeah.
Like I want somewhere that can develop me. I'm not going to chase a coach because I know coaches don't stay forever. So
Mhm.
there's no point in chasing a coach. I want to chase a better future for myself and
Mhm.
a path to success.
Absolutely. And, out of all the teams you've received offers from, are there any you've been talking to the most or that have really, stood out to you?
Yes, sir, for sure. Syracuse has stood out to me a lot. UVA, Virginia Tech,
Yeah.
Cal. Um,
Mhm.
South Carolina,
Mhm. Yeah.
Liberty. I mean, pretty much all of them have showed love. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to make a decision, but
Mhm. Are there any schools that you've received an offer from you haven't had a chance to visit, but you'd like to get out there for a visit soon?
Yes, for sure. I definitely want to go to Cal. I definitely want to get up to Cal for sure. Um, that's pretty much the only place that I want to visit that I haven't been already. But hopefully in the future, if there's more offers to come, I'll have to get out and visit more on the West Coast and stuff like that.
And then, obviously, you play high school football at North Cross School in Roanoke, Virginia. In general, the DMV area is home to some of the most competitive football in the entire nation. How do you say that competition kind of helps you improve your game? And what are you maybe able to learn from the people you go up against?
Um, it's the competition we play is the best of the best in Virginia. So I feel
Mhm,
like either way, if I'm playing performing bad or good, I'm getting sharpened. My skills are getting sharpened.
mhm,
I feel like I'm being developed.
mhm,
Like it's just a great spot for me to be.
mhm. And now that you're in the off season, can you kind of just break down what a typical day looks like for you in terms of practicing and training?
Yes. So right now we're from North Cross. We're training 3 times a week. That looks like weightlifting,
Yeah.
offensive install, just working on routes and stuff like that.
Mhm,
And then on my free time, I go to speed training, and they pretty much work me out to get better acceleration, change of direction, top end speed and all that stuff. They work on my 40, 5, 10, 5, and all that stuff. And then I do a lot of recovery work. I go to cryotherapy. I stretch a lot. I do yoga, I get massages, but that's pretty much all I do. Like that's my
mhm.
everyday life,
Yeah.
like throughout the week. So
And, with just 2 years until college, what are some of the main things you're still looking to improve with your game before you reach that next level?
I want to be able to win off the line every single time. I
Mhm.
want to have 100%
Yeah.
success rate of winning off the line. I know everybody's not perfect, but I want to be, But
Mhm.
that also, I want to be able to develop my speed more.
Mhm.
I'm a 4.5 guy. I want to aim for the high 4.3s, low 4.4s before I go to the
Mhm.
NFL.
Mhm. And, are there any wide receivers in the NFL that maybe you try to model your game after or take inspiration from, or at least, watch some film from?
For sure. I would say AJ Brown and Justin Jefferson. I feel like they win off the line a lot.
Mhm.
And AJ Brown, we pretty much have the same frame. He just weighs a little more. I feel like we have the same play style. He's a one-on-one guy. Same with Justin Jefferson.
Mhm.
I try to learn from those guys and take as much notes as I can. So
Now, when you're watching a game, are you typically watching the whole game all together, or really just the wide receivers, what they're doing out there?
it just depends. Like if it's a
Mhm.
Super Bowl game, I'm watching the whole game.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely eyeing on the receivers. But regular season, I'm mainly looking at the receivers and stuff. So
Now, what's
or if
one thing yeah.
I'm sorry, if I don't catch a game, I'll go look up on YouTube highlights
Mhm.
of some receivers and what they did in that game. So
Absolutely. What's one thing you don't think the average football fan necessarily knows about the wide receiver position?
it's people think it's a little fancy finesse position, but it really gets you have to be physical to play wide receiver.
Mhm,
And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like if you can't be physical with your hands, you can't be a wide receiver. Like
mhm,
you're gonna get pushed off your routes, you're gonna get just overpowered every time, pretty much by the DB. So
Now, in terms of the mental side, ahead of games to get yourself in the right mindset, do you have any maybe rituals, superstitions, maybe some music you like to listen to?
for sure, I'm a big music guy. I listen to a lot of rap music.
Mhm.
I listen to NBA YoungBoy before games. That
Yeah.
gets me that gets me going for sure. I also try to get a lot of carbs in like the same week of my game. And during football season, that's pretty much every week. So I'm getting a lot of carbs in during that time period.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much it. Staying hydrated,
Mhm.
listening to music, getting my carbs in. That's I guess you could say my ritual.
Mhm. Yeah, 100%. And during your final 2 years at high school, are there any personal goals as well as team goals you're really looking to achieve?
I definitely want to win a state championship. I want to go for 1,500 receiving yards.
Mhm. Yep.
I want to. That's a little tough, but like I want to. That's my goal. That's a goal for me.
Mhm.
And I definitely want to be Gatorade Player of the Year for
Mhm.
sure before my senior year. So
Yeah, I love that. Now I do have one final question to ask before we wrap things up. What's one random fun fact about yourself, just so the people watching can get to know you a little better at a personal level?
Man, I really do like fishing.
Mhm.
I don't really get to go a lot, but like when I do, I enjoy myself. So I'm a fishing guy for
Is
sure.
is that is that gonna impact your decision, no landlocked states?
Man, probably not, but I'm gonna have to get used to that. But
Mhm.
I mean, I don't fish too often, so it
Yeah.
won't be that big of a change for me. But I enjoy fishing a lot.
Yeah, definitely. With that being said, I can't thank you enough for coming on. Is there anything else you wanna say to the people watching before we wrap things up?
Um, if y'all are kids out there like me in high school and y'all don't have any rankings, no stars, no offers, just keep working, bro. It's gonna come for you.
Yeah, 100%. Again, big thanks to Demarcus Brown for joining us on the DMV Football Gauntlet, and as always, we will see you next time.
Thank you.